Today I will talk about immediacy and how it relates to intimacy and interpersonal relationships. Our text defines immediacy as the joining of the speaker and the listener. There are both verbal and nonverbal elements in regards to immediacy. In communication, immediacy has a very positive effect on both the person doing the talking and those that are receiving the message. Because of this positive quality, immediacy tends to make us better at both giving and receiving communication. I will paint a picture of what immediacy looks like in personal and public relationships and give some tips on how to increase the immediacy in our communication. One area of study of immediacy and how it affects us is in the classroom. If we think about the classes that we are taking now or have taken in the past, how did we feel about our instructor? If we felt included in discussions and were called by our name, we felt a sense of immediacy with this teacher. Social psychologist Albert Mehrabian has been credited with defining the concept of immediacy in terms of his principle of immediacy, which states people are drawn towards persons and things they like, evaluate highly, and prefer. They avoid or move away from things that they dislike, evaluate negatively, or do not prefer. Further research has shown us that the perception of immediacy is directly related to the student's ability to not only do well in class, but to form a better relationship with the instructor. But what does immediacy look like? According to James Anderson, author of Communication Yearbook, the teacher's immediacy construct includes such nonverbal behaviors as eye contact, smiles, nods, relaxed body posture, forward leans, movements, gestures, and vocal variety in relation to student learning. These behaviors in the classroom hold a significant relationship with teacher immediacy and have a significant impact on students' learning. Immediacy gives us a sense that this teacher cares about us and the material that they are presenting. He or she is actively participating in the exchange of information. An instructor who has low immediacy might teach from their desk, have little or no eye contact with the class, and may not be open to student participation or discussion. In our business relationships, immediacy is very important when dealing with our coworkers and our customers. Being available and in the moment when talking to people makes us better able to make real connections with those around us. In his book, The Renegade Server, Tim Kirkland gives very specific ideas and tips on increasing our immediacy and therefore increasing our profit margins. Among his suggestions are treating customers like regulars and personalizing their service. In our personal relationships, levels of immediacy give us clues as to how our partners feel about us, as well as giving them signals as to how we feel about them. Most of these cues are nonverbal, such as touching our partner as we walk by or giving a knowing look across a room at a social function. These nonverbal cues give us a sense of togetherness, that we are connected with this person more fully than others in these surroundings. It also sends a message to those around us that we are intimately involved with this particular person. So what can we do in our daily interactions with others to increase our immediacy? A good way to start is to increase our active listening skills. By maintaining eye contact, leaning forward, and head nodding, we are sending messages to the speaker that we are involved in what they are saying. In our public interactions and relationships, immediacy makes us more likable and therefore we appear more caring. This often leads to closer and more productive relationships with those that we encounter. If we are working as a customer service agent at a retail store and a customer comes in with a problem, making eye contact and sympathizing with the customer goes much further toward making the situation favorable than looking around the store and forcing the customer to repeat themselves because we are not listening. It can also prevent an angry customer from escalating into a screaming and irate customer. In our personal relationships, immediacy shows our partners that we genuinely care about them and want to be intimate with only them. Changing little things in our language can help us improve our immediacy. According to Rudolf Verderber, author of Communicate, changing little things in our language can help us improve our immediacy. Using words such as we, our, and us instead of you or they helps to provide inclusion in our messages. Placing our hand on someone's arm or shoulder when speaking with them, or genuinely smiling or laughing in response to someone's good fortune, conveys a sense of interest and attention. I hope that you have gained an insight into what immediacy is and what it means to communication. It is truly a valuable tool to be used to relating to others in both our public and private relationships. My question for the class is, do you feel that nonverbal immediacy is more effective than verbal immediacy? Thank you.